And I can't stress this enough, guys. The tour's got to do better with scheduling. We cannot have the biggest stars on tour playing at the same time. I've been talking about this for a long time. There's two things that I'm disgusted with: putting the stars on court at the same time and putting them after the men. They need to start putting these ladies before the ATP match so these big crowds aren't leaving for refreshments. You shouldn't have to choose of which match to attend. We have to do better with the scheduling. The WTA could be a much bigger organization if we just look at the scheduling and the marketing. Okay, we shouldn't be splitting advertising revenue between our biggest stars because they're playing at the same time. Let's maximize our earnings potential. Nonetheless, guys, Coco Gauff, the future of tennis, taking on Tamara Zidansek, who is an amazing clay player. Over 20 championships on her career, former ranked 22 on the world tour. She's done well here in the past in the French Open. She's an amazing clay player, nearly 250 wins on clay. But Coco Gauff, the best athlete on tour, the best defender on tour, down 3-1 early in this match, she would come back. Not the backhand today, it was the forehand, ladies and gentlemen, and the backhand too. The defense from Coco is just insane. Tamara just couldn't find a solution to Coco's movement. Too fast, she served well. 2 aces, she did have 6 double faults, but that's a lot better than double-digit double faults. She won 73% of her first serves. Not bad, 22 for 30. She won 22 for 28, something like that. 47% of the second serve. She did. Tamara's loved this. She loves to step in. She has a short center of gravity. She's very athletic. Tamara moves very well on clay. I have nothing but good things to say about her. She's a classy woman, and she's a very good clay player. I think she's underrated. But nonetheless, guys, she struggled. She did have 4 double faults of her own. She lost 50% of her first serves and 47% of her second serves. Coco was 5 for 8 on breakpoint opportunities. That's a Jordan fist pump. She gets the victory. What's next for her? Looks like, next up, guys, I think she's clear to about the quarterfinal. There's a good chance she'll be facing Diana Yastremka next. I told you my future is for Coco to win her quarter, which could possibly set up a matchup with Iga Swiatek. Here's the thing. I think Iga's going to have several days to recover. Today's match against Osaka was a long, physical, grueling match. That's going to take its toll on her. But she'll have, I imagine, she could do some, I think personally, to be honest with you, I think Iga Swiatek possibly had some stem cell therapy because she had the knee pain earlier, coming off of last season, early on the Australian leg of the tour. She had knee pain. I think she did some stem cell therapy on one of those breaks because she's not having the knee pain now, and she's moving a lot better than she did early on, and she hasn't really had time to rest. So I think she possibly had some stem cell therapy. That's just my opinion, okay? That's just me guessing because it looks like the knee pain is gone, but she might need some cupping after today. That was a grueling match. I think she'll have several days to recover, and we could see a possible showdown between Coco and Iga again. Now, here's the difference between someone like Coco and Osaka. Osaka has powerful, and that's Iga drinking water after a victory. Osaka has very powerful ground strokes. Coco's backhand is big time, but she's not attacking. She just doesn't have the velocity on her forehand like Osaka. She just doesn't. She is attacking more on the forehand like she showed today. She had a long rally with Tamara. I wish I could show you the video with the French Open this year. They're being a pain, okay? All the content creators, they're just being a pain. And what happens is they license these matches to so many companies that now you have 4 or 5 companies claiming ownership on these highlights, and it's a complete nuisance. I'm telling you, the U.S. Open and Wimbledon are the 2 best tournaments to cover, and by far the U.S. Open. I never have an issue with clips and highlights at the U.S. Open. By far the best tournament for content creators. Thank you, U.S. Open, for showing love. They realize, and I say this, if you want to be a big star, you have to win the U.S. Open because they realize how big it is. They want people growing the sport and talking about the sport. The French Open and Australian Open, they're the worst tournaments to cover by far. But nonetheless, Osaka's forehand, it's the best on tour. And Coco's working towards that. she doesn't have the velocity on that forehand to really give Iga a threat. That's one of the challenges she has. So in my personal opinion, for Coco to beat Iga, if they do meet this time in the semifinal, she's got to attack with the backhand. She has the serve, put that pressure on Iga with the serve like we saw Osaka did today. But she's got to play keep away. She has to go for winners down the line, and you cannot play tennis with Iga. She's too good. You have to play keep away. And the reason why Osaka will always do well against Iga is because of her forehand. Her forehand is so long. Now it's so long and powerful and deep. Iga has trouble returning it, but she can play keep away and blast that winner where Iga can't even get to it. So get your popcorn, guys. I think we're headed towards another showdown between Coco and Iga in the semifinal. It's going to be good. It's going to be amazing. Coco prevails. Congratulations to Tamara. She played amazing. Tennis in a Minute. Like the video. Show some love. Thank you guys for all the super thanks. Thank you for all the love and support. We'll be back.